In today's Kaboozi, let's talk about why women are always buying clothes. Can you wrap your head around that, Kaboozi? Well, some people say that it's because women's clothes are very cheap. You can go downtown with 10K and then come out looking like $1,000,000. But the truth is, changing clothes is the only time women change their personalities. See, I can wear a very fancy suit looking like a boss, even if I actually bought that suit at 30K from Mama Florida's shop at King Fahd Plaza. Or when I wear jeans, I look like a hot model, like Rihanna, even if those jeans actually came from China and not from Savage X Fenty. Now, let's begin with the disgusting fact about shopping. You see, you can go to a shop knowing your exact size, and when you try on a cloth that has a label saying it is your size, you'll end up looking like an Arsenal fan. So you have to go to a fitting room. But when you guys are fitting on these clothes, do you ever wonder how many people have fitted on the same cloth? I mean, you're there feeling all sweet and nice. Kumbe, you and the whole of Alan Tonix's exes have sweated in the same outfit. But you see, me, I still have to try them on because dummies, I don't trust those things. Even the ugliest of clothes will look good on a dummy until you take it and you see katogo. But shopping is a whole other experience. I don't know why they haven't yet made a sitcom about women shopping clothes. Don't steal my idea. I'm going to work on it. And when I'm ready to shoot my TV series, I'll go to Dilstories Film Studio. They sponsor this show and they are your one-stop shopping center for filmmaking. So if you have a documentary or a podcast or you're a film producer looking for a location to shoot your movie, any set that you want, they can build it for you, whether it's a living room, bedroom, restaurant, bar, courtroom, or even a jail cell to imprison women who go shoplifting. And they do it at very affordable prices. Now, one day, I went to shop for jeans, had some money. So I went to this shop called... I'm not saying their name. I don't want to end up like that girl. She found a rat in a Cafe Java's smoothie. Anyway, now me, I'm a very tall babe. It is very difficult for me to find women's clothes that fit me. You might think that because all models are tall, they would actually make clothes for tall women. But sometimes I have to go to the men's section to find clothes that fit me. Anyway, I'm in this shop trying on these jeans and they don't fit. So as I take them off, I noticed something very strange in these jeans. You see that part of the jeans that connect to the butt crack? There was something brown. And then it hit me. It was poop. I mean, what other dirt could possibly be in that particular part of the jeans? Now, at first I got scared. I was like, oh, it's me. But then this poop was dry, meaning it had been there for a few hours. So here I was with a brand new pair of jeans, smelling fresh, looking new, but with poop. Now that means the person who tried on these jeans before I came was not wearing underwear. And when they went to the toilet, they never wiped. So I'm here wondering, were they planning on using people's jeans as toilet paper? And to think I also wore the same jeans. Thank God I was wearing my mother's union. You know what mother's union is? You ask your judge, she'll tell you. Now me, I don't wear G-strings. So that shit didn't touch my skin, but still, I was very disgusted. All I wanted to do was walk out of that place and go home and take a very long bath. Now, as I approached the entrance, the shop attendant came running after me saying, "Gwenyabo, you have pooped in our jeans." The drama that followed. These guys were forcing me to buy the jeans. I refused. They're like, "We're going to take you to police." I was like, "We go." That poop had been there for hours. And if they continued making noise for me, I would just sue them for infecting me with whatever that was in the jeans. They had to let me go. But the last time I had a shopping nightmare, I lost a boyfriend. The guy proper dumped me. Auntie, he was rich. And invited me to a party. So, when I was leaving home, I was feeling very self-conscious because I knew I was wearing cheap clothes and I would not fit in at the party. Anyways, as I waited for my border guy, out of the blue comes this Mutembei with a wheelbarrow full of clothes, chanting, "Lukumi, blouse ya lukumi, mapesa ga werere, jango gule." Of course, I wasn't about to buy such a blouse. But then he rubbed it in my face and I recognized the brand. Guys, it was a Louis Vuitton. Hey, Ate original. Now me, I'm a model. We're always wearing these expensive brands on the runway. And I can tell a Louis Vuitton when I see one. And here was this guy selling it in 1K. Free buttons. Obviously, he had stolen these blouses. I mean, how else would you explain that? This guy didn't even have stock on his wheelbarrow. He just only had a few clothes. Clearly, they had robbed someone's house and they didn't know the value of whatever they had stolen. You see, Kampala thieves are very, very stupid. I had this photographer friend of mine. He once told me that thieves broke into his house. Now, he had a camera and lenses that were worth 10K US dollars. Yeah? That's about 35 million Ugandan shillings. But these thieves, when they broke into his house, they stole over a flat TV screen that was worth 1M and a Samsung phone. Now, that is what they understood. That is what was on their level. But a Louis Vuitton. And this guy is selling it at 1K. Obviously, he didn't know what he had. So I bought the blouse and I wore it. I wanted to show my boyfriend and all his friends that I had class. Top class. Now, when I arrived at the party, no one was looking at me in a weird way, wondering what I was wearing because, we're all wearing brands and original brands. I wasn't feeling out of place. We were about 12 people in the party. It was a small party. Now, as I sat down, this lady starts to look at me in a weird way. So I get concerned. I'm like, why is she looking at me like that? Has she recognized the top? Is she going to think that I'm the one that stole it? Then I started feeling something crawling on my skin. Guys, by this time, a whisper had spread through the entire party, and guys had run away from me, and they're looking at me like poop from a distance. Guess what was crawling on my skin, guys? A bed bag. Now, that's why they say, do not wear secondhand clothes unless you've washed and ironed them like 3 times. So here I was wondering, did this bed bag come from the robber's house or from the rich person's house? Now, I knew what to say. In Paris and other parts of Europe, they've had a bed bag infestation. So every rich person that goes to Paris comes back with bed bags. But before I could tell these people, before I could tell them that I'd come from Paris and that's why I had a bed bag, my boyfriend grabbed a big broom and started hitting me with it like I was rubbish. Guys, that was so embarrassing. Now, let me wind with a story that happened to someone else. You see, one day I went to shop on a Black Friday. You know that day where they slash prices up to 50%? Now, among the shoppers was this heavily pregnant woman who was running around the aisles, grabbing every discounted cloth that she could find. And then suddenly, she stopped moving and then started breathing heavily and groaning like, ooh, 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 ooh. People ran to her and said, Nyabo, are you okay? She pushed them away and said, no, I'm in labor. The baby's coming. We all got concerned. We're like, what do we do? Do you take her to the hospital or what? But then the pain went away and then she went back to the aisles grabbing all the heavily discounted clothes. She said before her, she had given birth already 6 times before and 2 boys. And so she knew exactly when the baby would come. But Black Friday comes only once a year. So she wasn't about to let small labor pains stop her from shopping for the clothes that she had been dreaming of for a whole year. Now, what's funny is that she was shopping for clothes for teenagers. They were obviously skimpy and couldn't fit her. She was what? Over 40? She said she was just shapeless for a moment. But after giving birth, she was going to go back to the gym, work out, so that she can have her teenage body back. Madness. Anyway, guys, can you wrap your head around this Kaboozi? Please like, comment, subscribe to catch me here with the Headwrap Kaboozi. My name is Mahoro, meaning peace, but I bring you violence. Until next time.